they come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves.
Lumos. Enchanted candles. Wonder where they're heading. The candles seem to be leading into the Forbidden Forest. The treasure must be nearby. I suppose a picnic in the Forbidden Forest could seem romantic to some. Treasure hunting suits me.
How nice of you to stop by.
Revelio.
I was only following orders. Leave your One there. Someone been taken a
Incendio. Expelliarmus. There
quiet enough. Over here. Why stretch this out longer than necessary?
You look tired. Incendio.
I won't rest until you're
Leviosa.
Why don't you come up here? One less human to worry about. No! I will make you pay. Lucky, that's all.
Leviosa.
You don't know who you're playing with. You're really not very good at this, are you? I'll get you up.
Incendio. Leviosa. Accio.
Stop it! No! I will make you pay.
Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Accio. Leviosa. Incendio.
I won't rest until you're dead. No! Where you will fail.
Incendio.
I won't rest.
Accio.
I won't rest.
One camp down, one more to go.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
You will regret coming here.
Revelio.
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards and...
Afraid to fight?
Expelliarmus.
Why is a crap?
Leviosa. Protego.
Put me!
Accio.
No!
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
You say
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
I won't rest until dead. Why can't I hit you?
Accio. Leviosa. Incendio.
How nice, Barbara. Someone's here. Such arrogance.
Expelliarmus!
How nice of you to stop by.
Incendio!
Are you sure you're not a blunder? Vegetables in combat? Ridiculous. I refuse to be defeated by a vegetable.
Stupid one. Ghost town's cleared. I'm sorry. I'm glad to hear that.
Revelio!
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
I do miss the bustle of business.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
What do you have for sale?
Thank you. Sincerely. Thank you for passing through.
Past the river near the forest. I must be on the right track.
Revelio!
I should investigate.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
Is that Inferior's wearing a wooden jumper? That must be Bardo.
Potato! Stupid one! Revelio.
entry from Bardolph's journal. He overheard whispers, a plan, something to do with him. This mentions Inferi, and something about it being Bardolph's turn next.
Revelio.
I do hope my brother is all right.
Madame Beaumont, I do have some news of your brother.
Oh, please tell me he's safe.
I regret to say that Bardolph had been turned into an Inferius, and I had to kill him.
What? But how could you possibly think that an Inferius was my brother Bardolph? That's absurd.
He was wearing a woolen jumper, hand-knitted.
No. No. This can't be.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolph. Bardolph. My dear, dear brother.
I'd have bet my last galleon he'd been kidnapped, but turned into an Inferius. Poor man. And poor Claire.
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Revelio.
Madame Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Auror has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment. That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Mind your step.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of you.
I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
You don't scare me, you cur. They teach you so little of what you should know at Hogwarts.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Has someone come to feed me? Is someone there?
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hogsfield.
What are you trying to say? That the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Hogsfield, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
But, Madam Thistlewood, all right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave.
Revelio.
This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages.
Incendio. Revelio. Accio.
I see how this goes.
Accio.
You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind?
Revelio.
A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Expelliarmus. Revelio. Accio.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw? I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves, and then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently. On a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne to take the fall?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them. Not my luckiest find, all things considered.
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Revelio.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
It's been a pleasure.
Revelio.
On another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Because I'm a poacher doesn't mean I dislike things.
Rally behind strength and you can't go wrong.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. There you go, look. Stupid. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Revelio.
Well, that didn't work. Perhaps something with a bit more force.
Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
What do you have in store for me this time?
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Revelio. Accio.
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
You have your affairs in order.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It would take the patience of a Hufflepuff to track down these pages.
Well said. Now where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
Revelio.
Somehow unfortunate for you.
Incendio.
You'll have to fight it. What the?
Leviosa. Accio.
What a bio!
Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is, just as Jackdaw described.
Revelio.
Intramuros.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Expelliarmus.
I shall avenge your death.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Revelio.
I wonder how big this place is.
Expelliarmus. Accio.
Impressive. That must be where all this leads.
Revelio.
Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if my spells will help me through this.
Stupefy. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
I'm not going to touch those.
Stupid one. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
That platform ought to be able to float straight to me. I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left me something behind for me, but where could he be?
Accio. Revelio.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
Revelio.
Stupid one. Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw can solve this, so can I.
Revelio.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave. It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this.
Revelio. Incendio.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
Revelio.
Protego! Stupefy!
Revelio. Revelio.
Expelliarmus! An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Revelio.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Accio. Revelio.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this.
Revelio.
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be what beheaded Lady Jackdaw.
Expelliarmus.
Stupefy.
Expelliarmus.
Incendio.
Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Revelio. Revelio.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?